Well, hello everybody and welcome back to TIMBERBORN Season 4. To those who missed out on the live stream, it's something that I'm going to start doing on Mondays. Not every time it's not gonna be TIMBERBORN every time, but yeah. Anyway, so we have finished our little dam over here, which is quite wonderful. So now when there's a bad tide, it's gonna go that way and all the good water will go on that way. We've finished building our little bridge, which will allow us to get to over here. I don't know if I actually made them. No, I didn't. Okay. So let's just say we want to chop down all those trees. That's going to be quite important. And then what we've also done is we've moved up, added some more farming over here, some more forestry as well, which is going to give us some more trees and more kohlrabi. At the moment, we have a little bit of a problem with the amount of kohlrabi that we have. So yeah, we'll see if we can actually fix that. That is a little bit too low for what we want. And then as soon as, I think maybe we should just let them focus on getting those done, so we can have a little pathway running that way. And then actually we planned out a little dam wall on this side, which is going to stop the bad water from basically coming through here and destroying our new farms. I think it's a good start. I think we can actually start with this in this episode. So maybe if we go up, and then we'll have to get ourselves on this side as well. So I'm going to keep this open over here, add a nice little path through here. What I would like to do is actually just add more of the kohlrabi over here, because we have a little bit of a problem here. Like I said, we don't have enough kohlrabi coming in, so hopefully we can sort that out. Let's see, what else do we do? We started with our TUBEWAY station, which is actually pretty cool. I think that is awesome. We will get that going as soon as possible. I mean, they are busy building the tubeways, so that is perfectly awesome. We do have a lot of the science points, not enough yet. Also, we've added quite a bit of those as well. So what we want to do in this episode is actually save up as much of this so we can actually have the overhang. Overhang is going to give us a nice pathway across where we can have our next. So I would say that adding the two-way station right over here somewhere would be a good idea. Let's see, so getting that in line, and right there should be good. That would make things quite a bit quicker. Righto, so what we're going to do over here is actually, let's see, so adding a stairs up to here, which is going to allow them to move a little bit quicker from these points. And then we need to get these in as well. So now this is going to be, I think we'll have to go down to that level. I think we are on the right level now. I think, hopefully. Yeah, I think so. That should do the trick. I'm not exactly sure how far this is. So which one is going to be required? I think maybe the 5. Yeah, the 5 is going to be the one. So we will add double over here, another one over here, and then, whoops, no, not like that. And let's just remove that one. It has to be a single one over there, and then we add in that right there. Yeah, that should do the trick. Will it? Yeah, no, it's good. Right, let's just speed things up a little bit. Another thing that I would like to get going is the hydroponic garden. I think that would definitely help out with the food situation. We do have 7 vacancies open, so we might want to get our beavers coming in a little bit quicker. Oh, now we have 9. Okay, so yeah, no, they are dying a bit quicker than I would like them to, but I mean, that's fine. Right, and then we've also added the trapper shack. That is not going to be done. Whoopsies. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so that is going to be delayed. I think we need to actually just lower this. Obviously, we still have a lot of time left before the pine trees actually produce resin, so that is going to be used for resin. Where did I say am I going to have the resin? I can't exactly remember where, but I mean, that's fine. Oh, and I've obviously added the compact water wheel as well. Now, we need to get them up there. As you can see, we now have this here as well. So we got ourselves a nice little spot over there where we can actually add the ladders. Like so. Just join that up. And then what I think is we are going to prioritize these. Might have to add a path to that, otherwise they're not going to be able to reach it. Something like that, I guess, should do the trick. And then like so. Yep, that's good. Right, we are not too concerned about getting this done right now, but I mean, it would be nice to see this in the next few episodes. Another thing, we need to start gathering some bad water, because we need to actually create and start making... Why are you just sitting around? I suppose because, okay, well, yeah, the logs are filled up again, which is perfectly good and fine and dandy. I like it. Okay, so this will mean... Oh yeah, and I removed the kohlrabi off the cassava as well. Going back to basics when it comes to the food. So yeah, we have to figure that one out first before we continue on with the rest of our food. Now, when it comes to storage, I'm going to require a little bit more of this. So I'm going to add one more over here, which will have for the logs once again. Just get a ladder up there and select logs. Yeah, that should do it. I think maybe we could prioritize just highly. And let's see, so this is full up, that is full up. Wow, we are really doing good with the coffee. Which reminds me, we need a coffee brewery as well, which can wait a little bit. Let's see, so metal, we need a efficient mine somewhere in the future, but that's not necessary right now. So what I am thinking here is, let's go with the 5. Yeah, sure, we can afford that. That's good. Get that one, and then we can have... Can we afford that one? Not just yet. I mean, it's not necessary. We can just do that one. That's good. That is good enough. Alrighty. That still needs a few gears. Do we have the gear workshop doing its thing? Yes, it is. Okay, that is good, wonderful, and great. I'm happy with that. I would say let's get the one done and this one done as well. So that is going to get things started. Up here, we have the builder's hut that we're waiting on. That is not a problem. We're still going to wait a while for that to get done. So I'm not too concerned, but we can actually go ahead and plant more kohlrabis over here. I would say something like that. We're still waiting on that one to get removed. Why are we waiting? Can we get that one removed? Thank you very much. There you go. So okay, that is going to hopefully increase our kohlrabis quite effectively, so that we actually don't have any problems with food anymore. The berries are also dropping quite a bit. So I might want to open this one up again. Something like that. Alright, that is good. Obviously, we have quite a bit of housing now. That's also something that happened in the last stream, so I am happy with that. We have enough bedding for all of our little beavers at the moment. I think together with this, we're going to have about enough space for... That's 90. That's 100. Yeah, so that adds up to 100. We can actually have and house 100 beavers. That's pretty awesome, actually. Alrighty. So basically this episode is a whole bunch of touch up, getting things done once again, and planning out a little bit more. So what I would like to do here is we're going to have more of our tubeways going this way. Think that should do the trick, I hope. Sure. No, that's not gonna work. We'll have to move it up one more. So we'll take those away and just ask them to remove this tree. Thank you very much. That is going to be good. It doesn't seem like they're going to get up there, so I'll have to give them a little bit of help with that. Yeah, that is perfectly good. Right, so with all of this planned out right now, oh yay, wonderful. We will have mushrooms in the very near future. At the moment, we do have the water. We don't have anybody tending to it, so I mean that is going to make it not do what we want it to do. But what I'm going to do right now is I am going to ensure that we have. Oof, we need beavers here. We definitely need beavers to do this. We cannot go without those little workers over there. So that is important. That is important. Actually, what we can do is we don't need you to do anything right now. So we'll just stop you from doing anything. Logging. No, that is the farmhouse. We don't need anybody right here at this moment. I will have to switch off a few things actually to just, I mean, planks are still good. I don't think we need a lot of planks. And we do have enough of it. So yeah, I think what we can do right now is just give them a few minutes to get a few things done. Alrighty, so we just started with our drought and we are quite on track with what we want to get going. So essentially they are doing quite a good job with our little dam over here. Quite happy with that actually. That is gonna be awesome. And then we've regained quite a bit of our science points again. We are still far off and we are also making progress on getting our beavers back up to the capacity that we need them to be. So it's only 3 vacancies, which I think is quite good. I think we're doing all right. Finished building our deep bad water pump. So I mean, as soon as we get someone to work there, that is going to be wonderful. And then we are finished with our tubeway station. So now it's just the whole building of the tubes. As you can see, they are still actively busy with that. I'm quite happy about that. That is good. Exactly what we need. Righto. So what I am thinking right now is I think we can actually get started on this while we have I think maybe we can drop that down a little bit more so that they can focus on this first, considering we are not going to be too troubled with any. They're still going to focus on that. There we go. Better. There we go. Nice. Alrighty, so they are going to get those done. We are also getting a lot better income with the food. I am very happy about that, considering we were in a bit of a pickle there, to be quite honest. Both of the hydroponic gardens are done, so we are now producing mushrooms as well. Anytime soon, they will start getting the first ones out. 85%. Wonderful. And essentially what I would like to at least plan out for this one is, I don't know if we can though, but we need to get those science points up to 3,000 so we can get going with the tubeway that we want to get going that way. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to get that tubeway to run all the way to this one over here so we can have more metal. So we are going to have here a tubeway station, I would say right around about over there somewhere. Like so. That is going to give us enough space to get it connected over there. Give us a nice little pathway, and then what we're going to do over here is add a scavenger flag. So that is going to help us out with more scrap metal, which is going to help a lot, to be quite honest. So this might be done by the end of the drought. Let's hope so. I think at the moment what I will have to do as well is I'll have to add in another one of these. So I'll have to go this way. So something like that maybe. Otherwise we're going to lose a lot of water. We just want to have it run. Is it going to? I don't know. We'll test it, but I think maybe we are going to lose a bit of water if we don't add this. Essentially, this is going to help us out with, let me just get that to there. This is going to help us out when the bad side comes, which is going to send the water that way. When there is only good water, we are going to have it flow through here. But I think because of the placement of the sluices, it's not going to be a problem. I just want to be sure about that. It looks pretty decent. We are nearly there, nearly there. I'm quite happy about that. Oh, and this water tank has also been finished in our little gap that we did the skip ahead of, so that is good stuff. Anything happening here? Alrighty, things are looking good. At the moment, what I'm just basically doing is I'm doing a lot of management, if you can call it that, like just micromanaging the little beavers. They are required to do so from time to time, but most of the times they're doing quite alright. Added 2 extra breeding pods as well. I wouldn't mind getting the bigger ones. I mean, the advanced one, as far as I know, that is just it gives you an adult beaver basically straight away. So that is something I would like to get going as well. Right, I think what we're going to do is one more little skip ahead and then we will finish off this episode. Righto, so as you can see, our dam is completed, so we're going to have to wait a little while for this to fill up and actually start flowing over the way we need it to. I think it's gonna, yeah, it's not gonna take that long, let's be honest. Alright, there we go. Beautiful. That is wonderful. So we got ourselves nice amounts of water coming through again, which naturally means that they can start pumping again. That is a bit of a problem that we're going to have to look at in the next episode. Essentially, the water it drops at about, I would say 70. Yeah, it's about 70 or 80 per day, which is a little bit high. So I mean, we'll have to get that working a little bit more efficiently. So I would say we need to get one of these more. I'll just add that one over there. That should be okay. We have water coming through here, making everything nice and green again. To be quite honest, I'm quite satisfied with that. That is good. And as you can see, our tubeway is done all the way up to here, which is lovely. Now, naturally, they need to get that done, which it doesn't seem like it's going to take too long. Still waiting on the beavers being up to the amount that we need them again, so that might take a while. Which I guess is not a big problem right now, but it might become a bit of an issue in the very near future. So the last thing I would like to do is just essentially get this sorted. So it's going to go up to there. I need to get the... I mean, we don't need the 6 overhang at the moment. Let's see. So we got that one. Am I going to go through that gap? Maybe. I'm not sure. So it's going to be up to there. So, okay, that is 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to there. Not exactly sure how high it needs to be, but we'll figure that one out in a second. Something like that, I think. Yeah, perfect. Alright, obviously we need to get that the same height. And then once again we'll go in the opposite direction, something like that. So obviously I would like to switch that over to the one that is 6 spaces long. No, it's not necessary to use these, but I mean they do cost about the same. No, they cost the same, so it doesn't really matter to me if we use that one or not. So essentially this is going to go all the way up to here. Yep, that looks good. I'm quite happy with the progress that we're making. To be quite honest, this is going to be done a lot quicker than I thought it would be. Maybe we'll give it a few more minutes and see if they get it done. So we're going to go about 2-3 minutes over our usual time, which means that this requires gears. We don't have enough beavers to do the gears. Oh, we do have someone working in the gear workshop now. That is lovely. But we've started producing the mushrooms as well. I'm not exactly sure if that is going to be enough, so maybe we'll have to get this one switched over to mushrooms as well. Unpause that one. So there we go. I think that should be good for now. I thought about doing cassavas again, but I don't think it's the best option right now, considering we are barely keeping our heads above water with the kohlrabi. So I mean, it's looking a lot better now. I think this is good. I think this is good indeed. There we go. So that is done. We just need them gears. But on that note, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you enjoy these videos, feel free to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the Crunchy Captain to become part of the Crunchy community. But on that note, thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, you absolute legends. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.